And the Architectural Association of Kenya has called on the government and the private sector to develop innovative financing models if the country is to achieve the target of constructing more than 250,000 units every year. Speaking in Mombasa at this year's annual convention and National Housing Symposium, Housing Secretary Athman Said says there is a supply gap largely contributed by high premiums offered by financing institutions. They are now calling on the government and the private sector to develop mechanisms that will reduce interest rates with longer repayment periods. Meanwhile, President of the Architectural Association of Kenya, Florence Nyole, has called on stakeholders in the sector to adhere to the building code, regulations and guidelines put in place, saying professionalizing the industry represents the biggest challenge.
Although for social, we had we went to tender a farm of conservators, a farm of structure.
And it also go down to even dealing with the fundis themselves. Who is the right fundi for what? And we have this habit of a plumber akisikia kuna kazi ya kufanya masonry work, they'll come and claim they can do it. It also starts from there.
Remove people from living in abject poverty and slum dwelling conditions into what we call dignified housing and really adequate housing at the end of the day. So we'll be talking about affordability, we're talking about integrity within even the work that we are doing as professionals, and also about delivery.
The most appropriate balancing model is one in which the buyer of a house can afford. That's the best model. And what's that best model? Is whereby you have got low interest rates and very long repayment periods. Like now in affordable housing, for social housing, the interest rate is 3% for 30 years. For affordable housing is 6% for 30 years. Okay, currently in the market, you are getting 20% for 10 years or 15 years. So even if it's a 3-bedroom house in the market today, that is costing 3 million, our own house that we are building as affordable housing for 3 million, you'll have to pay something like 70,000 shillings per month.